Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another tournament stream. Yeah, I'm excited for another day. It's day 3 of 4 on the stage 1 here of the top 8 tournament, basically the pro tournament of the Blitz Summer Cup 2023. So we're only having just 1 day left on after this one for the top 8 stage 1, and then there will be another top 8 round robin format, everyone playing against everyone again, to then decide who is going to head into the top 4, which is the actual Blitz Summer Cup then. So I will just quickly start the game here, so I'm prepared for the room invite to come, which will be shortly. Also, I still want to have a look at the games that I'm following today. I think the first one will be Immortals versus Raid, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just let the game connect first, so we've got that cleared already. Okay. The game started. Microphone is turned on, just double check. What else? I have to see Discord for the team I'm following. Yeah, I'm following Immort today. And the very first battle is against... Let's just show you what I'm doing here, so you're not only having to look at me. So here we are, Professionals Tournament, brackets, first stage. Currently the ranking is API on first place, undefeated, of course. Oh, maybe I should just quickly turn off the camera here, so you see a little bit more. API first place with 4 points, 4 wins so far, out of 7 possible in the first stage here. Aqua following closely with 3 points as well. Not as well, they're having 3 points. Being on the second place, Legion having 2 points so far, but so does Belove, Rejects as well. So they're all head-to-head here, and it's getting a bit closer for them. And especially the lower teams here, Immor, Raid and RBMK, they definitely cannot afford to lose any more battles, because, yeah, you can see they're only having 1 win so far. So that will definitely be very interesting for them. They were all doing a good job. I could not really predict who is going to have the upper hand. Maybe my guess would be Raid, who would be the better team of them, but Raid also has shown some serious inconsistency already. So I don't know where it's going to go there. And let's have a look which one will be the first game. I think it was Immor versus Raid here. Yeah, Immor Raid. No, that's 9 PM. We're starting at 8. Immor versus Legion. Okay. Yep. So both teams cannot really afford to lose. Oh, 1 second. Was still having something in the oven. So. Good. Legion versus Raid this on the very first one. And I should have the room invite by now. Yep. So let's see if I'm also having everything set up correctly. Okay. Great. Yeah, I'm in the room already. Quite alone still. Together with Fujit, who's also streaming on the other team. And I cannot really show you the room just yet, just in a few seconds, because of the 3-minute delay that I'm having here. While the room invite is always just in a little bit earlier. Just having a look at the lineup of the A team again. A couple of people on their team are known from other clans. So they are having... Alright, let me just see. So we're seeing here, IKTS, Artyom. I'm just looking at him. He was playing on Pink before, so also migrated from the Russian server and played on the top 4 team, maybe on CIS server already. Apart from that, Dakotas, Eggy were playing on the old Legion team together with Roopsy already for a really long time, or a really long time ago, a couple of years ago. And they won a season together. Also, all of them have just some serious high-level tournament experience. Tunikawa was also playing on Pink before, I believe. Or Rejects he was also last season on Pink. Also from the CIS server. Hypnotizing, also Pink player from CIS servers, also made top 4 already over there. Played on AKTS and Pink, okay. Misha, also a Russian player who was playing on Legion, BPS, Serenity as well. Luka, yeah, also has a longer tournament history. And so Immor has been in top 8 multiple times already. And yet most of their players are just relatively new to the tournament scene, or just not really new, but they're having just some teams of top 16 or so behind them. Couple of some other top 16 teams here. Romeo has some more experience. Actually, he was playing on what was the name? The BPS first of all, but what was he playing on before? He was also playing with Sinners. Jones was the clan he was leader of. So might also be the clan or team leader here on Immor. Hey, Grillage just subscribed. Thanks a lot. Thanks, man. Why am I actually so red on the camera? I thought I set up everything correctly, but I don't know. This is looking a little bit weird. Yeah, maybe. A little bit better. Okay, let's focus on the game. We're seeing Alpenstadt, by the way. Both teams have readied up with a bunch of Streetswagens, of course. Let's turn off the music here. As the Streetswagen is just on the shop again, we are seeing tons of the Streetswagen, as it have proven very, very well on the last season already. And it is basically unbeatable in the 1v1 by any tank because of the tremendous amount of DPM and mobility, and also 2.6k hit points, which is really quite a lot. Roopsy going for an aggressive first spot here. Heading straight into A. Not having much information, this might be a little bit too risky. He might have overcommitted already at the start here, because he's going to suffer when he's trying to push out here. Running away, 700 damage into him. And he seems to be, no, he's not safe, getting blocked by his teammate. Taking another little shot. So Whoopsie lost a lot of hit points, but also Pushy here. Down to half the hit points. So is Timo. Pushy still in crossfire. Johnny Kawa bouncing the shot, but there goes the first one. Pushy is down. And that's a gun advantage to Legion. A very aggressive strategy here. And they continue with their push, killing Timo on the go. There's still a couple of TVPs up here on a long reload now, but as they are coming in, they might have some serious impact again if they put in their clips into the right place. Cougar now, with the clip loaded, going to finish off Aggie. There he goes. Another, that's the first kill actually for the Immor team, as they just lost the third tank. Romeo in the middle of everyone, getting focused out as well, but also hypnotizing, is going down to the TVP. TVP is now on the long reload once more, and Immor is down 2 tanks at this point already. TVP has to run away, but he is not going to be much faster than a Streetswagens. Will definitely still take a shot here. Does take 2, but is now safe for now. Yet Cat 20 on that Super Conk cannot run away anymore. So also Cougar just got killed on a TVP. That is the first win for the Legion team, despite a super aggressive strategy, but both teams run into another. Immor simply not having that many guns at the front line, especially since they also had the TVPs and just not having the DPM. I think they struggled to put the DPM or the clipping potential of those TVPs into the fight here. That might have really been a serious issue for them. I just wanted to have another look here. TVPs, yeah, it might still be that they did not really do much damage, just about 2k. Not even 2 full clips each. So, yeah, those were definitely quite important. If they managed to somehow put out a full clip each at the start already, then things could have looked quite differently for Immor. Also Whoopsie being quite lucky, as he still escaped closely and almost got killed. They still got blocked a little bit. So Legion having 1 point already. And we're going to see the next game again on Alpenstadt, of course. With Immor not being that heavy on the Streetswagens, having a couple more other tanks as well. Both teams actually playing double AMX M4, but Immor also decides to go for some object and a 630p. No mediums or light tanks for them, so they're going to start with more hit points to the fight. Although I'm not entirely sure, because 60p doesn't have as many hit points, I believe. Yeah, it should still be more. But they are going to have far less mobility. And also are going to be quite a bit worse when it comes to pushing in. Their lineup rather allows for some more passive playstyle. And if they cannot make use of that, then they're going to have an issue. Although the 630p is also pretty good at pushes, so is the object. But just moving around the map will be more tricky for it. Who's going to get the cap advantage? Might be Immor. Yeah, it will be Immor with a cap advantage. As they are double capping already. Whoopsie had to be a little bit more careful here. Could not afford to just YOLO into that A-cap straight away. But it's just not a huge cap advantage here. Just 5 points that can just turn around with a second of standing in that C-cap. And mostly for the higher level teams, it is more about the kills anyways. And Immor is currently not well positioned to hold the cap advantage. They are in a very little part of the map only. If we're just seeing this from above here, they have to make sure they are spreading out a bit and gain some map control, preferably by pushing back, as they don't know what's to the front. Although enemies can certainly also be behind them already. But there are many tanks to the front here. They don't know about it, that's for sure. Immor does not have the information that we do. But yet, the enemy spawn always is a bit of a big problem. So I would love to see them rotate a little bit, try something, because they will struggle to sit it out on a cap advantage. Enemies can either just push into B and simultaneously go for the other side here, go for the C push. Pushy also being in kind of an isolated spot here, can easily get pushed out. He is still covered from behind. But if Legion is coming in here with all those 4 tanks that we're seeing here, then Pushy would have nowhere to escape and hide, and he would die very soon. And it can also not be said that Legion would not have the option of just getting more aggressive over there and also in the enemy spawn, then capturing base B while shooting anyone decapping here. Currently there's only Cougar responsible for the B decaps, so is Timo actually. Both can shoot into B. Legion is going for the B play, it seems. But they will have to make sure that they are also covering the sides here. Cougar now getting crossfired, so it will be possible to capture base B potentially. Cougar getting shot here by Saboteur. And Roopsy from the side. Has to back off. And now B is getting capped. Although it got decapped still. Or maybe it was just hypnotizing, dropping out of the B cap once more. Tunikawa and the other streets by Artyom also aggressing a little bit more over there. Daku does as well. Cougar losing more and more hit points. Very little map control for Immor. And they are suffering from that. Getting crossfired from so many different angles. They have no way of hiding here. But now Immor is counter pushing. Ramiro moving in, Wild Animal moving in, but they're hesitating. They're suddenly seeing another guy to the front and stopping their push. But Dakudas is now in focus, as Kuka is the first one to get killed. Also, Dakudas got killed here, but Immor is losing tanks. Losing one after the other. Look at this, 3 tanks down on Immor's side. Legion only lost 1 so far, and they're still looking very healthy. Tunikawa the only one down on hit points. Might be able to get shielded here. Yeah, there comes Artyom. Trying to save his teammates alive, although it won't be enough. But soon it will also be a point win for the Legion team. As they're only having 2 tanks left alive here against them. It is rather easy for them to just farm down the last ones now. And that's the point when Legion 1k points. Great map control for them. And just really doing a good job. I gotta check something. Is this a YouTube stream running? Because I'm seeing some error there. I hope it is. I really hope. Because on my streaming software, I am not seeing that it's running. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, okay. Good. It's just a chat which did not connect then. On the streaming software, I'm having a chat for. Okay, now it works. Okay. Chat for both platforms, because I'm restreaming right now to YouTube and Twitch. As I'm doing for the tournament streams only. Otherwise, I'm only streaming on Twitch. So, if you're watching on YouTube, you then have a look at the description. Maybe there's also a link to the Twitch channel then. But today we are here on YouTube and we're here for the tournament. As we're going to switch the map now, we're going to see Mollendijk, which is really none of my favorite maps. I really don't like it too much. As the corners can get pushed so easily without you having many spots, and running array is really tricky. Even pushes over the middle or so might work sometimes. It is a weird map. Hard to go for map control. It is possible, of course. But yeah, some weird stuff might always happen. We're already heading into the game at this point. Legion is playing with a 1-to-1B this time. Otherwise, same lineup on side of the Immort team. We can see Concept 1B, Object 777. And a T100 light tank paired with a Meta tank of the Streetswagen. And they are going for A without many spotting moves here. At the same time, Whoopsie is going to be responsible for the first spot in the middle. Might get a first shot into one of the Streetswagens. It does connect with Ramiro already. But he won't have to, or won't be able to fight here for long. And is already running away. He might still get crossfired from base A though. Nope, not happening. Whoopsie escaping. No one there to defend base B. Hypnotizing. Might be able to get away with it. Yeah, double cap advantage for Legion. But our AMX on 4 in the middle here is in a very dangerous position. Getting shot a little bit, but only getting tracked so far. But he can get pushed from behind now, and Immo is already onto it. They have listened to, or I've read the situation quite well here, and are just going for the push from behind. The AMX M4 not being able to run away anymore, as he's also being preempted from the side there. 3 guys focusing out the AMX. And what is Legion going to do? Legion now counter pushing, but not really having many tanks available. No, there are double Streetswagens now in the back. Focusing out Romeo. Timo also still very isolated there. He can seemingly not run away anymore, although he's still full life. Streetswagens rather played safe and focused out to Romeo and Venue over there, maybe also pushing. As Tonikova and the M4s here are focusing out Timo. Timo now getting pushed out to getting killed as well. Nice job by Legion, great counter push. They still have not lost their AMX M4, but Agiu just got killed. He was over there, I believe. Also Wild Animal here pushing over, killing, hypnotizing as well. There's a third kill for Immo. They're coming back from this. They are up on the guns. Whoopsie also down to a 1-shot. But all 3 caps on side of Legion right now, so Immo will have to take some more kills here. And there goes another one. 2 tanks left alive only. Whoopsie will not survive this, that's for sure. He can still try to put out some last shot, but there goes. And now we've got 1 full life Streetswagen against 6 tanks still. What a surprise. But Saboteur still has 3 caps on his side, so if he maybe gets some kills, then he might actually have a chance to win on points still, although that is very unlikely. It is not unthinkable. So many one-shots here to his front. And he just needs to put out some shots still, needs to get some kills, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. He's trying to drop down a little bit, but he's perma-tracked now. Getting killed there. Not having any chance anymore. It would have been too amazing if he actually managed to just kill 2 tanks and 1 on points then. After all, there were really a lot of low point tanks on Immor's side. Surprising to see how Immor actually came back from this. It seemed like, first of all, their push was a really great push. And then Legion did come back really nicely by just sending over their Streetswagens to the other side of the city there and just cross-firing Immor's push. And for a moment there I thought, okay, Immor is done with this. There is no chance anymore for them. They are just in horrible crossfire. They are losing the tanks to the front. Cannot go forwards anymore. They are not having any target to focus out at this point. So it was really surprising to see from me that they did manage to come back by just pushing back into the city and taking back the advantage on the map control, crossfiring into the middle. Legion then in bad positions, while they were clearly having the advantage before. The AMX M4 here, hypnotizing also really had a bad game, I guess, as he was just so trapped there, he had no way of escaping. And the whole team needed to cover him, as there was just not any option of playing this safely at this point anymore after capturing base B. We're going to see Molenbeek once more. Same lineup for Legion, no double 1-1B this time. Immor did not change anything, I believe. 1 AMX M4, a bunch of Streetwagens, 1 object. And that's it. And let's set up. Speed boosts are being pulled off as the city is getting shot into pieces. Immor is planning a very aggressive C-sided strategy, it seems. The speed boosts might allow them to take an early advantage here in the city, because they will be faster to get into the good positions. And they're having 2 tanks to the front already. If they keep going, they might just get away with a few kills, but they are stopping. Stopping for the base, which might not be all too horrible, but for a moment I thought they might just get crossfired quite a lot here. Now they're continuing though. Bushy in the middle, getting pushed onto. Not in the best situation anymore, still having the 200 to the back, but Pushy is really struggling here, getting YOLO'd by so many tanks, not being able to put out any more shots. Was super alone there in the middle. I don't know what he was doing there, but Immor is just still in the game here, pushing out Artyom and Tonikawa, still having some good opportunity of focusing out some tanks. Might soon have the very first kill. Tonikawa might be the next one, but Immor already lost 2 tanks here. Double Streetwagen out of the fight on Immor's side. Kuga now getting into the back here of Whoopsie, still putting out some nice shots. Whoopsie down to a 1-shot now. So there is another kill for Immor. They are up on the guns now. No, it is even again, as Dakotas is chasing down Immor. Chasing down Kuga. But there comes Cat 20 also, counter-pushing Dakotas, and he's not going to enjoy this. Streetswagen against the medium tank is no fun at all. He is going to go down here, because also there is Kuga still with the T100, able to put out some shots. And hypnotizing, got killed on B once more. Legion still having 3 tanks against 4. Hit points on side of Legion though, so it's not decided just yet, especially as Wild Animal is going to get killed. He's down to a 1-shot. There goes the 1-1B, 2v4, but soon it will be a 2v3. Wild Animal getting rammed here, still going to have a last shot, but bouncing that off as he is getting killed by Exoff with another little ram. So 2 versus 3. With a cap advantage on Immor's side. But they are having little hit points. No, actually hit points are about even now. Just 90 hit points more on Legion's side. But also Exoff is ammo-racked and seemingly cannot repair just yet. So that's going to take a while still. Still trying to pre-aim C. But Kuga can now get to the side. And get him some nice crossfire from over there. Might even want to go for caps. Saboteur attempting a push onto C. But might have overcommitted a little bit here. Venue now moving in. Being spotted though, and still being very careful about this. Because there are 2 tanks to the front. Exoff now with the ammo rack back. Venue taking a shot by the AMX M4. Kuga now coming in from behind, putting a shot into Saboteur, who's down to a 1-shot now. Nice play by Kuga. And there goes Saboteur. Kuga still getting that kill despite being on a 1-shot. So that leaves Exoff in horrible crossfire here, having one-shots all the way around him. It's actually not having far less hit points, but it will be impossible for Exoff to look into all different sides, and he misses the kill shot onto catch 20. So that was his last chance of still winning the game somehow. Again, down to so many one-shots. It could have really still been turned around for Legion. That kill of the Streetswagen by the T100 LT was also crucial. Kind of risky, just in case that Legion gets the kill of the LT, then it would have been 2v2. And they might have definitely still had a serious chance there, especially as one of the enemies could really not run away anymore. But nope. It is not, so we're having a 2-2 right now. Both teams having 2 points. So we're still going to see 2 more games at least. And we're switching maps to Middleburg now. And Legion readying up with a bunch of VK72s. It seems to be the preferred super heavy for the last seasons actually already. VK72 played quite often on Middleburg just because of the amount of hit points. It's hard to penetrate. It does have the tungsten shells and the big gun for huge amounts of damage into the enemies. It's very hard to push into and penetrate, especially when you can just only penetrate it with heat frontally, and it puts out tungsten shells into some Streetswagens. Does not have a lot of DPM, but that's not necessarily needed if it can just focus out tanks in the best way with a big gun. So, and if Legion manages to get control of the A and B cap in the city, then Immor will have to push in eventually. And they are going to have far less hit points, more DPM, but they might struggle a lot on this push. Let's see what's going on. Maybe Legion is also going to sit in the back like Aqua did, who just moved back to the red line to bait the enemies. As they were pushing over, they wanted to put out some big shots and kill some tanks. It did not really work out. They gave up all the map control, enemies just took the bases and won comfortably there. Immor not going for the city at all. They're also not going to have the cap advantage. Although currently it is only 1 tank here. I think it's still Immor with the cap advantage now. Because Legion did maybe do a little mistake of only sending 1 tank into the B cap. Could have been 2, but they're also trying to take base A, of course. And that will certainly be possible, although there is still Pushy set up to defend and also some other tanks over here. That was already well planned here. And by Immor, they read the situation, knew that Legion was going for the city, just judging by the lineup. So they prepared by sending their tanks here into this little ditch. Let's just go down so you can see it better. Look at those tanks just being hidden quite nicely. Only the turrets are showing. So Legion will really struggle to push into that A cap. So there might have been a huge mistake here by Legion already to not go for a double B cap. Because like this, Immor does have the advantage and Legion has such heavy tanks that they will really struggle to push up again. But Wild Animal getting aggressive here, maybe too aggressive. He's going to get crossfired by Exoff from behind. Daku does not have the spots yet. They will proxy spot each other. Daku does may be in a bad position here, may get focused out. Whoopsie, taking a little hit here. Legion is trading poorly. Still having more hit points. But that seems to change around, especially since Immor is having far better map control. If you're just looking at this, Immor is all the way around that Legion team in the city, and they have so many more angles of shooting Legion. The VK is also only being good frontally, but can easily take hits from behind. Wild Animal not really having shots anymore. Maybe Tonica Wild is having a shot onto him. Nope. But now Legion is really in a unfortunate position here. They cannot really push up the hill with their tanks. They can only win basically if Immor is doing any mistake. Or if they still manage to take the A cap, but that does not seem to be any option anymore. So I would say Legion basically lost this game already. Far better positions they held on. But A now getting capped again. And maybe Saboteur is getting away with it. Alright, Timo over there. Getting aggressive. And look at this. Amorak here off that object. 777. A might get capped now. But it is already the cap advantage actually. Oh, that Amorak was huge here. I'm not too sure whether he got double tapped or was it just 1.8k hit points or so. But Immor is aggressing now, having tank less, but still wanting to go in. Saboteur here getting focused out, down to a few hit points only, down to a 2-shot. Ramri also has to be very careful. Axov getting focused, although Immor's focus fire is not too perfect here. Wild Animal running around trying to get the kill. Saboteur bouncing off that shot off the Streetswagen. Still Legion has the advantage, still has tank more. Third kill for Legion already. And I'm not too sure whether Immor really has a perfect game plan here of coming back from this. Big HE into that Streetswagen, he's getting killed. Immor running around the map here. Just trying to find shots everywhere, but just wasting all the hit points for their YOLO moves. Not getting the kill here. Kuga actually gave up already. Yeah. That push seemed kind of uncoordinated, unfortunately. The Amorak definitely just really turning things around in Legion's favor. Yet I cannot say that it was just only due to luck. Because it was not a safe peak and there were a couple of tanks to the front. Yeah, if I'm honest, it looked like Immor was kind of throwing this. They were in good positions, really good position. They just needed to keep decapping base A, chipping away some hit points and then go for a good push. And I did not find that pushing opportunities here. And really struggled to coordinate on the push, struggled to find any tank to focus out. I just got shot twice actually, so about 2k hit points. Match point to Legion. No, let's adjust the score properly. It felt like Immor still had a bit of a chance if they just played it out by just focusing the right tanks. But they were so spread out also as they were going for all the map control that they did not have the opportunity of all pushing into the same spot. So they were all just running around like chicken a little bit and just pushing into the city and all taking the big shots off the VKs. Maybe if they focus on the Streetswagen first, yeah, could have been the case. Just focusing Streetswagen, taking base B, playing it safe on the other side, something like that. Yet they might have also just panicked a little bit after getting Amorak and just knew they had to do something and were just panicking there. Oh, stream lag. It was 3 minutes ago when you're seeing it. Yeah, I think that was just a short timeout, but it's fine again. I could see the internet dropping shortly, but it seems to be back. Yeah, it's all fine. Oh, Artyom here pushing into the middle. Trying to spot the enemies, but taking a lot of shots already. Is this a clever move? Artyom down to half the hit points almost. Getting shot again there. Losing way too many hit points for the start. Also, Immor lost some hit points here on Ramiro especially. So far, hit points being relatively even. Legion, though, has a very vulnerable target here. So they will have to make sure to cover this one. Immor has base C, but is now facing off against a double cap. Legion seemingly wanting to come back up here, which is quite a nice move for them, because on the other side Immor has to go down. But Immor might have the option of going for Artyom here already. Artyom down to 2 shots. Romeo will push behind him. And as long as Romeo does not absolutely get annihilated here, oh, he loses a lot of hit points, but it was still worth it. No, it was not. There goes Romeo, getting absolutely smacked in crossfire by the Streetswagens from above, still replied by Legion. Timo also running into the crossfire here, losing a ton of hit points on the crossing down into the city. So Venyo is left alive here, left alone against 2. Does not get the desired support. Timo was wanting to go there, but he is trapped there. Dakudas though getting killed. Nicely done by the VK90. But also the VK now in the middle of everything here, trying to push out the 1-1B, which might not be too bad. This might still be possible to win here, but Legion is having some good crossfire with the Streetswagen on top. The VK is in a bad spot, but Whoopsie down to 1 shot now. Might still get killed by Pushy. There he goes. 3 versus 6, actually 3 versus 5. Immor up on tanks. But they also have to make sure they're capping the bases right now, while Legion can still afford to do some more moves. Legion actually having 2k hit points more, but 2 tanks less. So the focus fire on Immor's side was just quite a bit better, despite Immor also losing many tanks on a push into the city here. Cap advantage will soon be on side of Immor again. They are going to struggle to cover Venue here. He is in a really bad spot, about to get killed by Tonikawa. Pushy has to come back here, save that B cap. Saboteur also YOLOing in here with a speed boost now. There might be the chance of getting Tonikawa out of the fight here. Might be the case. If Pushy is able to connect, yes, he does get the kill shot in. Nicely done. 925 points already for Immor, but they're also losing a tank now. Venue getting the kill shot in. 1 tank against 4 right now. And Hypnotizing is not going to be able to do much about it anymore, despite having so many low HP targets to the front. And there he goes. Interesting turnaround here. Wow. I did not see that coming. Just some back and forth here. Immor pushing down into the city. Legion crossfiring really nicely by going up into onto the hill there. And Legion took back base C, gave up the control over the city. The city usually is just worse in terms of positioning, because they're having the lower ground there. As you could see on the previous game, you can easily get out-traded and shot from so many angles that it's really hard to hold the city, if you are not just having some heavy tanks positioned carefully, perfectly with a cap advantage, so enemies really have to push into you. Legion rather decided to go up here, which was probably the best call, I guess. It was a really nice move that allowed them to have some great advantage there and also some great crossfire. They had the C-cap then, Immor still came back. I honestly don't really know how Immor actually turned this around. They went down, lost so many hit points as they crossed down there. But how did they gain an advantage at the same time? It felt like there was one tank down in the city against two. No, one of the guys in the city was still getting crossfired from above. The AMX M4, they're dying to Immor. And then there was this very weird push through the middle by the VK90 that also still worked out nicely. Despite him getting into crossfire, being focused out, he managed to kill the 1-1B, which might have been absolutely crucial here for the outcome. It looked weird, but it worked. So it was good, I guess. Legion also sending a tank into the middle right at the start. Tiebreaker, by the way. It is a best of 7, so any team winning this one battle on Yukon now is winning this guy here. Not the whole tournament, but yeah. They both need the points, definitely, for any chance to get into the top 4 still. Although for Immor it gets to be increasingly unlikely. It is not impossible, and they will definitely try their best to get there. Despite only having 1 point so far. Early cap advantage for Immor. They will also be able to take base A here, as Legion is just not going for caps at all. But Immor has to reconsider their positioning, as they might very well get pushed from behind because of Legion not being on that cap, or not going for the caps at all. IE now getting capped as well. Immor falling back to cover base B. It's still a bit of a risk here with that lane, as no one knows what might be coming from over there. C is not getting capped here. Too risky. And Legion now being able to get back into base B. How safe is this? How good is the Immor position to recap here or decap the base? I don't think they have a huge advantage, but they're coming back in here with the AMX M4s now. This might be crucial. Big shots flying in. But the focus fire is not really on point, but Hypnotizing getting focused here now. Hypnotizing losing a ton of hit points. Has to fall back towards the street strikes and gets killed as well here. That's an early gun advantage to Immor. They still have double caps. The Legion still has to push in somehow. And I'm not too sure they can still do it. They're having 2 tanks alone to the front over here though. And Legion, seeing this, wanting to go in, still crossfiring from the other side. Romeo now in focus fire. Tonikawa going in, but Artyom getting tracked here, getting killed on the crossing. Well done by Immor. It looks like a good advantage already. But also Immor just lost the first tank as Whoopsie is now getting focused out here by Pushy and the AMX. Pushy will have the kill. Guns being in favor of Immor, clearly hit points in favor of Immor as well. Timo now getting focused here, getting killed as well. Guns still not being in a high favor of Immor, but they are increasing the advantage. It feels like Saboteur now also low on hit points right in front of that M4, might still take a big shot, but he will be able to run away maybe. There he goes, getting killed still by a big shot by Kuga. 500 damage into him. Slight high roll was enough, or maybe an IG shot. There goes Axov, only leaving Dakudas left alive in the back here. That means Immor is winning this one against Legion. Well played, Immor. Absolutely well played here. Super close games. Nice comeback. They were down a couple of points. Just won 3 games in a row? I think, yeah. Great game. Yeah, Immor just managed to somehow still win this game against the much more experienced Legion. And Legion will absolutely not like this. Because they are just... They really need the wins And they, yeah, let's say it as it is, they're having higher chances of actually getting into the top 4. So they can really not afford for such defeats at all, especially if it is not against any of the favorites for the higher stages, or like the typical top 3 candidates there. Immor, on the other hand, honestly speaking, it would surprise me if they got into the top 4, but they showed some great performance. And if I'm just talking about the level of the teams here, so far from what I've seen, the top 3 should be relatively clear who is getting there. But the teams beneath that is really hard to predict at this point. There might be anyone. The 4th to 8th place, I don't know, it could be anyone basically, because everyone has shown some good games. Immor is also showing maybe the best season that I've seen from them. They're showing really good stuff here. And they are, yeah, just as many of the other teams there of the, let's say, lower top 8, the teams who have not won seasons, did not get to the grand finals in the past seasons. They are just a little bit more inconsistent. That's the biggest problem there for many teams. IPA, on the other hand, is just winning. They are not messing around with weird strategies. They're playing safe games, playing aggressive all the time, and not just overly aggressive. They have the right pace. Then there is Aqua, which is just experimenting a lot more and often just falling on their nose with that. We've also got Rejects, also known for some more aggressive strategies, which also do not always work out. But those 2 teams, Aqua and Rejects, they definitely have the manpower. They have a lot of people with a ton of experience on highest level, so they are really quite likely to get into the top 4, despite them not necessarily having shown the best performance so far. Although Aqua is actually on 2nd place, I think. So they are doing fine. Let's maybe have a look at the results here. Yeah, RBMK and B-Love, also Legion and Immor, they are really hard to predict where they are going to end up then. Immor probably has the players with the least experience on highest level. Raid and also Raid definitely has some more players with top level experience, although they did not have the best performances in the last seasons. They still have a new team now, English speaking, and they were doing pretty good. Legion has some people with a lot of experience, but they were not that active in the last seasons, or others were just not in top 4 level, were just more like top 8 still. But they have the experience, and in the end that might still matter. If the nerves are blank, then I would count on a team who has played in some grand finals already, has been in the top 4 and is not afraid of playing against some top level teams there. Also, they might just, teams like Aqua, for example, they often just start a little bit with some struggles, let's say it like this, and in the end then they find out how to play the meta, how to beat the meta, because that's what they are experimenting a bit more with, trying to not only play the meta, but be better than the meta. Be better than the meta, yeah. For B-Love, I don't know, I think it's old TQT team, so they were also on some higher level already. So top 8 middle ground, but really hard to predict. So let's update. I think I have to look over here. Yeah. All games should be over. API just steamrolling the next team. They are not giving anyone any chance. Oh, OMG. Raid is going to be the next team that we are seeing here against Immor now. In about 20 minutes. Aqua bet rejects. Rejects is going to struggle also. Bila versus RBMK seemingly was also very close, and obviously we've seen Legion versus Immor up here. So let's see the leaderboard here. APA, still first place of course, undefeated. Aqua, still second place. Now also on a comfortable advantage. Only 2 games on the first stage, by the way. So that won't be a huge issue for them anymore. And then we've got Immor, still on second place. Oh, not still on second place, but actually on second place here now, because they bet Legion. Probably also bet RBMK before. Immor lost to Aqua here. Immor played against B-Love and lost. And here Immor bet RBMK. So just head to head is what matters there. If Immor, RBMK and Legion just got the same points, then it matters that Immor won against both of them. And B-Love Rejects also having the same points, and Raid struggling so far. So is Rejects. I'm really surprised about that. They have a top level lineup, and they might definitely still get to highest level here. Would absolutely not surprise me that they are going to come back from this. It's not going to be over with this, because there will be the second stage as well. Although I'm not entirely sure how first stage and second stage are going to be combined and the results. Let's maybe have a quick look here. Okay, here was why are there no headlines here? Makes it a bit harder to find. Second stage. Isn't that mentioned anywhere? July 31st. So yeah, we're having just 2 games on this stage left. And then it is over. So here it is about second stage. A little break, and then there's another top 8 stage here with everyone against everyone, leading into the best of, or into the top 4 Blitz Summer Cup. Yeah, I mean, it will just be combined there. I wonder how. Okay, so how much time have we got? 10 minutes. I think I will quickly grab my iPad, play 2 games then. Also, I quickly need something to drink. Okay. iPads. What am I going to play? I did not play any games yet. Maybe 1-1B. Okay. Enemies have a medium tank advantage. I'm not too happy about that. Team splitting up. Oh, we will see. I hope the TVP is not YOLOing me. He's YOLOing B. Oh! Don't do this. Interesting push. Good job, TVP. I could go for the LT, but I will leave him for now. He's just going to run away too easily. Ah, never mind, he should be dead. Okay. There's still an Ice 4. They still have Minotauro. Let's leave that guy and push in over here for now. Ah, trap. This is not too great. No, not an armor rack. Okay. Ah. Okay. Ah, seems like I'm safe here. Ah! Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Ah. I still wanted it to get a bit closer. Goddamn ammo rack, man. And hey everyone. Can now read the chat a little bit. Seeing a lot of familiar faces there. Welcome, people. Nice to have you all here. But obviously today, because of the delay, I'm not able to talk to you directly too much. We'll still have to see whether I'm going to restart the stream on Twitch afterwards or if I just keep playing a little bit. Might do it that way. But for now, next game will be Immor versus Raid. In 10 minutes. Oh, what is he doing? No, no, no. Could have hidden a little bit better. Come on, just stay there. Perfect. I was worried about E1 getting there into this position already. But I think I will push him. Nice. Let's go. This guy has to die now. Oh. Little ram to make him one shot. Oh. Showed him. Okay, Showdown's going for him. Maybe I can push behind that TP, although it's still a bit tricky as he's being covered from the side, I believe. Okay, we'll be fine to peek here again. Oof. Come out. He doesn't know that IMX is on the reload. Okay. Gap this now. Ooh. That was looking weird. Ah, okay. I did not even penetrate him. This goddamn Type 71. Oh, we've already got the invite here. Okay. So let's start the game on a PC once more and see what's going to happen. I really don't know who's going to win this. They're definitely both having pretty much exactly the same chances, yeah. Just judging by their performance so far. Usually I would have said, yeah, okay, Raid maybe has the edge over Immor, but Raid seems to not perform. Well, Immor does do good enough to beat a couple of teams already. So, let's see. Ah yeah, let's still reset the score. Starting from scratch again. Who's that spectator? Also streamer certainly, but I don't know who it is. So Rockfield will be our first game. Raid currently still with 6 people on the lineup here. There's 7th. Immortal playing an i7. Interesting choice. Ah yeah, I know what for. The i7 is just one of the best tanks for capturing base A, as it will just hide almost perfectly. It is actually perfectly hiding behind that little bunker there, and it cannot even get HE'd from the other side. So just great for capturing base A, but also giving away that information already. The SCOM going to cover from the side then, and the Stridswagens from behind. Raid, on the other hand, going a lot more mobile here by playing Sheridan and TVP. No mediums on the lineup on Immortals side, by the way. Also an AMX-M4 and double object, which might be good for pushing deep down into the corner of C. Might very well be the case that that's what they are having in mind with those tanks. A is also not unthinkable. But I think it looks more like a C lineup. Let's just switching to 2-100 light tank, 1 TVP, AMX M4, double Stridswagen, double object. Oh, sorry, you cannot see it. Oh. Start in 30 seconds. And yeah, I don't know. I will be hoping for the best here for both teams. Both really need the wins now. Let's see what they're going to show us here. Ah, the music. Immortal going for A mostly, still having a bait in the back. So not a just game-breaking strategy, nothing totally new, but Immortal already taking a little shot here. I7 actually heading towards base B here to defend that. Raid will have an early cap advantage. Double objects heading straight into the B cap. And Immortal currently is playing more for the A side. Cougar getting a bit more aggressive on the objects. Is still in a 1v2, did not know about it until now. Does have a lot of tanks to the front. And can clearly not out-trade the objects on the DPM, nor on the amount of guns placed at Cougar. Stridswagen is now aggressing on that C side here. Maybe cross-firing the objects. Putting out a few shots here. Bay taking 2. Cougar pushing into the middle. Might be overly aggressive, as there's still the others behind here, but Raid is just abandoning the B cap, trying to go for an A play, trying to recap the base A and going to push in here, having Ramiro in focus fire. I see he just taking a shot off that S-Kong as he's crossing over. First kill for both teams actually already. Bay also being down on hit points over here on an object. TVP misplayed a lot here by pushing into the middle. Tried to help out his teammate and is now getting focused out. Down to one shot, getting killed as well. Gun advantage to Immor. Immor now with 2 tanks more or just 1 tank more on the field. Not having the caps yet. But also Vested is going to get killed here still. Not being able to put out any more shots. 4 to 4 on the tanks. Immor able to recap base C and base B simultaneously maybe. No, they're not daring to go into base B as I would be quite exposed there. They are still having base A though. But that will be taken now from Raid. Messi still in the corner here, try to defend base C. Stayed there for might be a little bit too long, is still getting crossfired here. Pushy does have a good opportunity of just keeping Messi in place. Team was also coming in to help as it is Pushy getting that kill shot in here. So it is again Immor with the advantage on the tanks. Also they do now have base B. Did manage to keep the base safely. And they're having one shot to the front. Not too many more hit points. But that is already looking very good for Immor here. They're having some good tanks to the front. Having some C, B cap advantage. Pushy, the only weak tank far in the back, will remain unharmed here. So he's just waiting for Venue to move out. He's getting spotted. Not getting shot though, not getting killed for this. Resurrection is pushing in. Having Venue in focus. Together with Blue, they're going for some nice crossfire here. Bold push by Raid, but it might actually be working out. They are getting the kill shot in here very soon. Venue also set on fire. Blue lost a ton of hit points for this. Reaction pushing forwards, having Cat in focus now. But the hit points are not looking good for Raid anymore. Pushy just coming in from behind, low on hit points, getting the kill shot in as well. As Reaction is the last one, losing to the points. Great game by Immor, just still somehow managing to win with a nice push here. Raid counter pushing base A. Messi still staying on that C cap for a bit too long. Was a bit of a problem in the end game. Although I think was Raid actually still having a chance there? Maybe if Messi ran away, there could have been more of a chance, but also he was not the only one having some problems here. Oxford Ply is dying very early on. Milk also just having a horrible game here of getting dragged far too far into the middle, getting focused out then. Which should not have happened for him. Not to a medium tank. Oh wait, that's 2. 1. Easy. Let's go on in little steps here. So Immor 1 point ahead. Choosing the same lineup pretty much again. Raid on the other hand just opting for another heavy tank this time. So they are playing again 1 object 777, 1 light tank and triple Streetswagen, double M4. Maybe they panicked a little bit, I don't know what was going on there with that push on Raid side onto the B cap. It seemed like they were actually having pretty good positions. And a good opportunity for punishing Immor just pushing into the B cap. Yet it really did not work out here. Same map once more, of course. And different spawns. Immor deciding to play for the C side. except for the IS-7. IS-7 still turning around. Has misread the strategy, maybe. I don't know. Milk already being spotted in the middle by the T100 LT. Raid might go for an early B-ply here with Sihi. Great shots here into that IS-7. Nice crossfire into him. 3 tanks crossfiring Vasset, who is really not in the best position anymore. Cannot run away there. It goes down already. Not even 1 minute into the game, the first one's dead. And Immor is continuing their push on that C side. They did manage to take one base. They do have a couple of tanks to the front. Do also have a decent pushing opportunity here, with Oxford being alone to the front here. Cougar pushing in with a light tank. Not connecting the shot though, taking one. They have to go forwards. Immor cannot afford to stay there for too long, as the raid is also pushing in from behind. Having Cat in focus now. Getting him down to a one shot. Will get the kill very soon. See, he also just turning on to Romeo already. Guns in favor of raid now. Cap points in favor of raid. Hit points also highly in favor of raid. There goes the next one here. Next kill for the raid team. Immor still trying to run away a little bit. But they are struggling here to get back from their tank advantage that they were suffering so early on. So it is only when you're left alive here against all the tanks on raid side. 5 tanks still alive here. Really great play by raid, going for some awesome crossfire very early on. And that IS-7 on Immor's side, just driving to the wrong side at the start and then turning around. I think that may have contributed to him getting shot down so badly, because he was simply not in position just yet. Otherwise, he might have had the option of just hiding there and surviving quite a bit longer. Like this, he was completely in the open. Not sure what was happening there, if he just jumped in the last minute and just did not have the strategy at hand or so. Might have been the case. Scoreboard is wrong. Yeah, on this game it will be right anyways, 1-1. Sometimes also when spectating, you're on the other side than when it gets into the game, and if there is another spectator. So I will have to pay attention to that. Yeah, I got an easy fix for that. So, 30 seconds into the next game. Until the next game, and it will be Hellas. Hellas then will be played by, with a lot of, AMX M4s on Immor's side. So they're going for a lot more armor here, also with the objects. 1 light tank still. Kind of looks like a heavy-sided play, despite 1 light tank. Raid also playing FE215B and some more mediums there. Interesting. Let's see what they're going to do with that. TVPs might start off early on in the middle. Wasn't I seeing more than one? No, it was just 1 TVP, 1 T100 LT. And some heavy DPM power. So I would expect TVP to just head right into this bush here. Or is he starting off a lot more passively? Yes. Messi on the other side, capturing base B. But he's getting pushed onto already by Pushy from the one side and Ramiro from the other. Also Venue is there. Messi in a lot of trouble here. Will take a ton of damage. Getting tracked as well. Might get blocked here by his teammates. No, he is just being able to run away still. Nice job by Sihi to just allow his teammate to run away there. Also, Venue took a beating, took a lot of shots here. Reaction also getting crossfire. Immor playing super aggressive on this game. Immor now getting counter pushed. Sihi going down already. Oxford now pushing into Venue. Having a good option here of going for the objects. Raid might be able to go for a nice counter push. They still have having better positioning. And Immor is struggling to find a target. The reaction is now getting focused here. But they're still in the middle of a lot of raid tanks. Raid is all the way around them. But Messi also low on hit points, getting bullied by the AMX M4 now. Takes a big shot and gets killed by Kuga from the other side. As the next Streetswagen is getting killed over here. Leaving Raid with a tank advantage. And also hit point advantage. Blue though also getting crossfired by the T100. Bluffing the shot. Gets shot again. But Kuga is also getting pushed up by Bay now. Vesit turning back. Does not get the shot in. Does shoot maybe a little bit too early here. As Timo is also getting killed on the other side. And now comes the TVP from behind with a full clip. Killing off the T100 LT. By that, all the chances of Immor for winning this game. So Vesit not able to get the kill shot on Blue anymore. Who is getting that kill then? So Raid coming back here with another win. Yet nothing is decided yet. Best of 7. So we can definitely still see a couple of games. Oh, Messi was really getting punished for his early move into that A-cap. No one was there to spot the enemies just pushing in there. So that was really a big problem for Raid. And they almost paid with a tank for that. 2-1 for Raid now. As we're going to see Hellas once more. Raid playing pretty much the same lineup. No mediums or light tanks. So no, not the same lineup. Full heavy lineup this time for Raid. Immor, on the other hand, also being not entirely full heavy, still having a light tank again. And some object power. They do not seem to like the Streetswagen all that much. Or maybe not having it. I really could see more Streetswagens on Immor's lineups already. Streetswagen is a little bit more difficult to play than the object, that's for sure. It's harder to out-trade enemies with it, but for the pushes it is unbeatable. So yeah, always something to keep in mind there. That the Streetswagen, yeah, it is just impossible to hold up anything against that and to react to that, that's for sure. If you are just running from one side to the other, quickly getting a couple of kills there. The other tanks just cannot keep up with it. An object cannot just turn around that quickly and run. Not possible. But okay, Immor has heard me and is also switching to 2 Streetswagens now. Alright, that's set up. Immor heading towards base C with everything. Just a light tank trying to capture base B. Over here we've got a Raid double capping A. LT remaining unspotted. Not daring to go for the cap though. Does not want to suffer from the same fate as a light tank on Raid's side on last game. Kuga being a lot more cautious about this. Especially as she's completely alone there. So it is Immor now with a cap deficit. Being able to take it by C probably. Yep, they got by C. They won't be able to push forwards here into raid all that easily. Although see, he might be slightly isolated. I think it would be possible to push forwards here, but it would get spotted early on. And Immor would lose a lot of hit points on the go, as there are many tanks to cover, see. So it might be about capturing base B for Immor. Which is not unthinkable. Just to mention that there are not many tanks able to shoot base B from the current positions. But raid could certainly move forwards. They're still holding the A cap here. With their positions just getting crossfired a little bit. Not getting penetrated though, but Zihi is getting crossfired over there. Lost a ton of hit points on the Streetswagen here. Down to 1.5 hit points. Did I just say hit points? 1.5k hit points. But raids counter pushing into the C side here. T100 light tank spotting up Milk though. Might be able to run away safely. Yes, dodges a shot. But right now on a C cap, and Immor seemingly just not reacting too early. Kuga losing a lot of hit points here. What is Immor going to do? They are not doing much right now. And that is an issue. They have to go for a play. Raid just moving in and Immor watching them. Vested also getting crossfired badly. Immor pushing in with 2 tanks here into the middle and getting shot many times, which could have definitely been avoided. Where is the push of Immor? Where is their reaction? They are able to capture base B and A maybe as well. Is Raid not having anyone to defend that? In that case, it would be huge here for Immor to get the double cap advantage. But Pushy is getting killed now. First one on Immor's side is down. Messi though also getting killed right in the middle here with his object. Getting crossfired still. But Immor is getting pushed onto the Oxford right behind Venue. Many tanks to the front pushing onto Ramiro. A lot more hit points on the field already for Raid. And Immor not really wanting to go for anything. They are very hesitant so far. Not pushing in anywhere. There goes the next one. Ramiro getting killed here. Where is the push? Immor has to do something, get some kills. But currently they are not making use of their tank advantage over here. Now comes Timo pushing forwards here onto Milk and Bay. But he needs support by Vested and Kuga. Kuga going in. There is Bay getting killed. Kuga getting tracked though on the crossing. Will get killed as well for this. 995 points for Raid right now. And there is another kill. Point win to Raid. Raid with a nice push back to the C cap. And Immor just sleeping a little bit on this battle. Not going for the A B cap earlier was a huge mistake. They definitely had a chance of just moving forwards there. They had all the information about Raid's plan and push. And Immor still lost some tanks. Did not really take the bases as soon as possible. And just set it out then as they were losing the caps, as they were losing the tanks. So Raid now leading 3-1. That means the match point for Raid. Immor is now in the uncomfortable position of having to win 3 games in a row. That is not impossible, but also rather unlikely. So let's see what they're going to do. They will have to do better than on the last one, that's for sure. They will have to move earlier, more decisively, and go for some pushes. They cannot raid and hold caps against a team like Raid, especially if they're not having caps. And Raid is ready with a TPP and 1-1B now. Streetswagen spam and AMX M4. Immor plays 1 light tank. Otherwise, the same lineup, just an object and an M4 on Laguna, the new map. Yeah, scoreboard. Now it's right. Will be interesting to see what they are going to do here. As the map is still so new, we can still often see new strategies here. Let's set up. Mostly A is a little bit easier to cap, but it seems like C is having slightly better positions available. Often teams are also heading towards the middle with everything. TVP pre-aiming the A side here, but the T100 also being very careful here. Not moving out. Now he's moving out. TVP not being able to spot that T100 though. Now the T100 puts in a nice shot. Keeps Milk spotted for the next 20 seconds. And B got capped at the same time by Immor here. A couple of shots trying to connect that M4. Not being able to penetrate that turret in a hull down spot though. Immor with a cap lead. Not necessarily having the better positions though. All being trapped in the middle. Having lost a couple of hit points on the AMX M4, but not really a mentionable amount of hit points yet. And I might be able to take base A still. But it is a bit of a risk here for the light tank. With the TVP to the front and also the Streetswagen over there. But Milk is daring to go in. Does not have much information. But will now have a full clip onto the light tank here. Gets the last shot in as well, and see he comes in with a Streetswagen, gets another shot in. Light tank down to a one shot. Will not be able to run away anymore. Will get killed here by either Sihi or Milk very soon, but it keeps two tanks busy right now as the Immort team is pushing in onto the C side here, having Oxford in focus fire. There goes Oxford. Only now the LT got killed, as there are two tanks already down on right side. Messi getting tracked as he's trying to run away, getting killed as well. Two guns more on the field for Immor, and they're also about to kill the AMX M4 over here. That's another very nice kill now. They are 6 versus 3. Only now the guys from the A side who managed to kill the light tank come in to play here and try to help out, but it is far too late. The game is already decided. Sihi and Bai are still trying to get together here into some nice positions. Crossfiring Pushy in a really good way. But Milk now on an empty clip. Might still be able to run away, maybe. Is down to one shot, I guess. Oh, failed HE by Pushy. Pushy now getting pushed on to by Sihi as well, and is going to get killed after the next shot. But Timo is also there to support and go get the kill. Milk still over there, left alive, trying to put out some shots on a long reload again. Very unlikely to have any chance, although he could potentially clip everything apart from the object 777. But that's not going to happen, that he's winning this game at this point. There he goes, getting killed by Timo. So right, just getting beaten here. It looked like a nice opportunity for them to take out a light tank. And if Immor was playing like on the last game, then it would have led to the win. But Immor played a lot more aggressively here. Managed to kill a couple of tanks very early on. And that was really good to see that they have learned from their mistake there. and did immediately push back into the enemy side, into the enemy positions there. That was how it was supposed to be played here. So 2-3 right now. Immor just still needing 2 wins to win. But it is not 3 anymore. Right on a match point though. So there is definitely a chance for the Immor team still. And Right is maybe sweating a little bit more now. Maybe just being a little bit more under pressure. Let's hope they are not too confident, but I would also not mind another tiebreaker here. Right, switching over to double 1-1B this time. Playing some Streetswagens again, of course, and an AMX M4. Immor playing their beloved Streetswagen plus Object plus 2100 and AMX M4 lineup. You could see that quite a bit already. Oftentimes a few more M4s and Objects. But I feel like, yeah, the M4 is just more the way to go on Streetswagen than the Object. Okay, Lagoon again. Immor was doing good once on this map. Can I do good twice? Let's go find out. Double 1-1B on right side, speed boosting towards by C. They're probably intending on taking the bridge here very early on. Will give them a good advantage over the map control, yeah, over the positions, or maybe they are just heading into that C cap straight away. Yeah, that's what this reaction is, heading towards C. Messi heading up onto the bridge. One of my favorite moves on this map, by the way. Really great to get in this position here, have some nice high ground here for overlooking large parts of the map. C getting capped and Immor very focused onto the middle here. Has not moved too much. It's just playing a little bit like B love. Just all going for B and then relocating, maybe pushing in early on. Only now Immor managed to take their base. So Immor with the cap deficit will have to do something about it. The question is whether they are having the balls to push in early on, or if they are waiting for that long again. Because they can basically predict the rate to go for an A play or just... yeah, it would be the usual thing to do. Not to hold up over here. So Immor could do something like going for B and C simultaneously. Sitting it out is not going to gain them any huge advantage, and Kuga is at huge risk here. I'm not too sure whether this is going to work out if Kuga is getting pushed. Although it's not happening, but if it was happening, then Kuga might struggle a lot on the run. But looks like Kuga is able to just safely spot here. Will soon have the spots of raid. Just a bit forwards around the house here. And also, right behind the house is impossible to spot. Let's go for this view. Ah, still no spot. Gosh, that was close. But the houses here are getting destroyed. Oh, Kuga, you are very aggressive there. And now getting pushed out here. They are getting tracked as well. Losing a ton of hit points. Maybe Bay is setting another shot. Yes, he does. Kuga running away. B is getting capped. And the rest of the Immor team was certainly not doing too much simultaneously. Just waiting for the spots of Kuga. But there is a cap of base B. And Right is now maybe pushing in here. No, they're pushing forwards onto the A gap. Going to push out Romeo and Vested. And they're having a good gun advantage over here. But over there we're gonna also see Blue and Focus Fire getting killed as the first one. Early gun advantage for Immor. But they are also about to lose a couple of tanks here. That's for sure. Reaction getting focused here by the Streetswagens. But Immor has to try to run away somehow. And also they have to not forget about the caps. Romeo down to a one shot. Not being able to hide behind the corner anymore. Bay pushing in now into catch 20. Does have him down to a one shot. Messi will have the kill from behind. No, it will be Bay getting the kill, but also Bay got killed there. Hit points highly in favor of Right already. Pushy also getting shot down here. 2 more guns on the field for Right as they're focusing down Venue. Bounce of Milk onto Venue. But Venue is not getting off any more shots. Reaction still getting killed. Oxford down to a one shot facing off Timo. Former clanmate. But it is not going to be enough for Timo because of this huge hit point deficit already. Last one standing is Kuga here, who's also just getting killed there. So that's a win for Raid. Great play by Raid. Quick reaction. Just immediately making use of the information and pushing back onto the light tank. And what can I say? I think the light tank really overcommitted here. It was clear that there would be some enemies somewhere. Somewhere in the back they had to be. Not all on C. And the light tank was getting more and more aggressive. Dared to move out and then turn the back to them. While Raid also just, yeah, they pushed nicely. And also, you could see again, Immor sleeping a little bit. The main team, like the majority of the team, was just sitting there and watching while the light tank was trying to spot. And Immor was about to, or they had to do a move, and they did not really find any opportunities. And just one tank was playing, the others were watching basically. And there was a problem here. So great games by Raid. Raid now on the second win by that. Let's switch over here. 1 second. Let's have a look at the results. Okay. So results are, wait. Let's scroll over here. No. Hey. Okay. I wanted to get rid of the bar. That's not the game yet. Here, 2-6 it is. API still playing. Oh, they should also be done. Apparently not updated just yet. Although, no. 4-3 can still be happening. D-Love losing 4-0 to Rejects. Oh, that was a very clear win. Definitely needed for Rejects. IPI is still playing against RBMK, but that is expected to be a win. They are not going to lose this one. IPA so far undefeated. Yeah, now the result seems to be in. Okay. What, it was still close, 4-3. Interesting. I think that was the closest game so far for IPA. Right here on the top row. 4-2, 4-1, 4-1, 4-2. 4-0, 4-3. And tomorrow APA is going to face off Immortals. So yeah. Okay. Right, then we have the results of today here on the leaderboard as well. APA leading still, of course, and Aqua just on the second place still. Looks like they have also lost. No, they're still playing against Legion here. Long game then. Also 4-3, I guess. Rejects, Beilaf, third and fourth place. Although that was 4-0 against Beilaf, that was quite clear. Not even close then. Or maybe the battles were close, but still Rejects won pretty highly here. Raid just surpassed Immor. But those guys here are all still on 2 points. Immor, Raid, RBMK, Legion. Although Legion is still playing against Aqua. Would rather be unlikely for them to win this, but not impossible. Yeah, still going to be interesting here. But Rejects also managed to get into the top 4 now. Actually top 3, so this is kind of my prediction. APA, Aqua, Rejects. Rejects seems to be a bit inconsistent. I've not really seen any games of Rejects yet. Maybe one battle I've seen from them. So not much. I would actually like to see Rejects RBMK tomorrow. Because I don't think I have seen any of them, or I have seen RBMK once as well. But Rejects would be the only one that I've not streamed yet. Okay, let's maybe update once more. Yeah, Aqua won 4-3, very close then. So Legion now on the last place. Tomorrow Legion is going to face Beilaf, so also going to face an opponent which is actually not higher on the points, despite being 4 places higher. They're all having 2 wins so far. Okay. I guess that's it for today's live games of the tournament then. I would actually still like to keep going a little bit. Just playing some battles. Let's do it. Maybe I'll take a break before. Yeah, I need a short break. Maybe actually a bit longer than usual, but I definitely need one. I hope you don't mind. So if you're still up for some live games, still some battles here, then feel free to stay. Maybe get yourself something to drink still, so take a toilet break. And I will still be live for a while. But I will just take 5 minutes of a break now. Where's the be right back screen? There it is. So if you are just here for the tournaments, then thanks for watching. Have a nice evening still. Maybe have a look at the description of the stream if you are watching on YouTube, because I'm streaming on Twitch mostly. I will still be streaming today on Twitch and YouTube. We'll just keep the stream running. But for most streams, I'm on Twitch only. So, see ya in a couple of minutes. Yeah, those screens are definitely wrong. Remove the delay. I'm seeing on the chat. I cannot remove the delay, sadly, because I would have to restart the stream then. And I cannot reconnect to YouTube then. I might try it. But that's at the risk of just not being able to reconnect. And yeah, then YouTube viewers would be gone. So I'm not going to risk it. It would be a new stream then, so yeah. There's still some people here on YouTube as well. So I will just leave it. Okay. So let's just readjust things because I don't need to have the the PC game anymore in front of me. Okay. So what do I play? Maybe TVP. Oh, FE. You can also feel free to ask for some tanks. I will see, I'm not really in the mood of playing everything, but I will see it. I won't play 183, that's for sure. Let's start over here. What are their TDs? E4. Ah. Oh. Nice. But I'm not too effective in this position for now. Maybe I can go for the 60p. He's also getting pushed from the other side. It's risky. Oh, nice fire. Good. Not looking good over there though. I think I'll try to get him. Good. Let's focus down on Matt. Do I try it? Ah, low roll. And he max rolls me. Oh! Ah, crap. But he does not chase me, so I can move back here. Oh, is this the right play to go for TP? I still reloaded. Okay, I'll take this one then, which is not nice. No, absolutely not. Okay, I'm alone. Come on! Ah! Fail. Took a few too many shots here. Still dealt some damage. Maybe I should have just pushed right side. Seemed like I could just easily push behind 60p and hash him down, but I felt like it was safe on the right side already, because there were only 2 one-shots facing off my e4, I believe. And if he penetrated, he could have killed them both. So I did not really feel like pushing in there and wasting my time. Eventually it was maybe not the best call. Okay, only one medium on the enemy side. Let's just... do I play aggressively from the start on? What do they have? E1. Let's go for it. So far so good. It's still a bit risky in case enemies are just pushing forwards here. Okay, no, they are not. That's something. Oh, there's so many tanks over there. So my plan of pushing behind them won't work out. It's too risky. Okay, SU is dead. Let's get behind. We've got to do something. And the Minotaur has really bad DPM. Ah, no. Do I try HGs? No. He still has a full clip. But it will be easier to penetrate than a Minotaur. -1. Okay, I don't have to YOLO. Good. Let's go. Whoop. There he goes. Oh, okay, we've got this. Whoa. And he's dead, okay. Still ended up with nice damage. IS-4, I don't like this thing, but I can go for it. I did not play it in a long time. I do have a lot of games on it though, but it was my first heavy tank. Spammed it a lot back then when I learned to play. But solo, it is a bit slow. Tiebreaker of Aqua versus Legion was close. I will still watch that back later on. Who was streaming it? Am Wochenende gut überlebt. Moin Marvel. Ja. Seeing a lot of heavies here. What am I going to do? Do I put myself behind B? Or maybe even get into a pushing position on the left side? Oh? Okay. Okay, he's reloading. I cannot peek here safely. I'll do it. Ouch. Okay, but the others are, especially T-57 is reloaded again. My teammates could easily push forwards on the left side, kill that FE-45. I will just hold up the enemies over here. Hopefully they are not just YOLOing in, so I can just out-trade them. Should be fine. Ah! No! Come on, team. I'm kind of well positioned here. I'm semi-high down. Yeah. How about to kill Conroy, Yafi? Nice. Oh. Gia Joe, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Nice to have you here. It's going to spam my G again. Nah, I want to still keep my hit points. Oh, never mind, let's go kill him. Right, they actually pushed forwards over there with a Sheridan. I think E3 got shot by Sheridan. Nah. Okay, did not get spotted. But it would be logical for him to push there. Ooh. He almost had me. Yeah, let's see him. This is not good. Bounce. Oh, he has me. What? No! No! I was just about to shoot. No, man. And E3 left me. What are you doing down there? Ah! Man, that was close. E3 also horribly misplayed here. He should have just stayed with me. Now he has the enemies to the sides here. Oh well. Man, this last shot, if I just got that one in, we would have won. I was loaded already, it just pressed fire as he killed me. Unfortunate. Quite a lot of heavies here on this game. I like that. Let's see what they're going to do. I'm just starting off passively here where I can shoot everywhere. And mostly some mediums who would maybe over push on B. Oh. Nice. I was slightly lucky. It's a bit problematic here that we're just having two tanks here. Enemies seem to all be there. I don't want to play this aggressively over here. I will just set myself up for them to push in. Because they will. The WZ tier 9 and Betcha tier 9 are just not holding up everything. Or anything at all, actually. Reload faster. It hurts missing or bouncing shot on the Yo with that true DPM. But okay. That's one. I might be able to get a Gerst of Fear on the FV. Max is still covered by FV from the side, so I'm not going for him. No, man. What the hell? he's not AFK, okay. Oh, failed AG. Oh, let's go in. Okay, so that's TVP still camping. Where is he? Oh, that's a reload then. Why is he not just going, killing that Dane 1-1B? He actually failed a soul clip. Okay, nice. I Crowley, yeah, raid 1. Right, yeah, they won on the last game. I'm a bit of on a mission here on the Yo. Played it a lot yesterday as well. I want to get it to 5.6k, 3.6k, because at the moment it's quite reliably at 3.8 around that. In 30 days 3.9. I think I messed up yesterday a bit. It's not the best tank for winning games, I have to notice. Just because of the lack of DPM and mobility, it's just hard to keep up, but good for damage. And I think not many people are playing it, I don't know. I really like it at the moment. It's a really relaxed play style. Okay, I don't like what I'm seeing right now. Team going right, and we are not having many tanks over here, just 2 heavies. And enemies are having 4 heavies. Uh-oh. Oh no, object really going to 1v1 E50M. And I cannot help at all. Good job. Freaking maniac YOLOing like that. And we only have SU to the left side right now. We won't be able to win the right side at all. No. Like we won't win the C side. And like this, we're not going to win this side either. What is the 60p doing? For real, man. Boah. Yeah, I've really got some big brain team, yeah. Wow. $60p YOLOing River. Object 907 pushing in at the start. Ah. Let's play something else. Object. Opinion on Gorilla nerf. We don't know yet if it is a nerf actually. I think it's getting slightly rebalanced. It gets more DPM, lower alpha damage, better mobility, worse shell velocity, but it currently has the highest shell velocity of all TDs, so that is not really a nerf there in that regard. We don't know the numbers though, so maybe we will have to play it with a supercharger, so that is effectively an aim time nerf as well. And with a mobility buff that is actually kind of a buff for better players, while the average player will maybe suffer a little bit more on the griller, just because it is going to be harder to out-trade enemies. Overall, I am not too sure whether it is actually a buff or a nerf. It also depends a lot on the other tanks that we are yet to see. Like, we only know the American and German nations so far. Oh, what the hell was that bounce? And I'm not able to spot him. Enemy mets are pushing over to the other side. Let's try one more shot here and run to the right side then. E6 can handle him. But I have to help my teammates. Oh no, Projector. What the hell? I'm surprised he's still alive. Not anymore. No. RNG says no. I can only shoot him if he backs off. Not too horrible. We're still in the game. Come on, give me the retro. Nice. The V's coming. Or not? Goodbye. Oh, what a lucky shot. The one was bad. But I will have him. Okay, nice. So yeah, just talking about the grill nerf or rebalancing again. I think at this point it is really hard to judge any of the announced rebalancing there, because it's just we have only 2 nations announced. Many of the American tanks, or actually all of them, got buffed, I believe. Germans, some of them get buffed, some of them it's more of a rebalance. Like E100 having higher alpha damage, VK72 lower hit points, lower alpha damage, better gun, or just faster mobility. It's really not easy to say which is actually going to benefit a lot in the next meta there, because we simply lack the information. We need all the nations announced them. And even if we do, we cannot judge the armor changes yet. And there will be armor changes, as they announced already. Come out. I hope for someone to cross over here. We're only having 2 heavies versus 3 here. Maybe I can help out over there. No. Nice. Perfect. We're losing the left side, so we have to win the right. And I can already reposition myself a little bit to run, maybe. Maybe you can still put some shots into D. Could also be nice. Wait, you know what? I will push over to the other side. Let's keep going for the E4. I hope I'm getting some help. I don't really want to take another shot. Nice. Do I stay or do I push forwards? Let's go.